Paranormal Survivor, Ivan's Torment, take 1, Mark.
I was living in a nice house, 2 bedrooms, big kitchen, big living room, big master bedroom, walk-in closet. It was nice. And there was no bad energy to the house when I first moved in.
Ivan Latendras enjoyed a quiet life and was fascinated by the paranormal.
I've always been interested in paranormal. I don't know what fascinated me about it. I would go into old abandoned houses, like abandoned factories, like really dangerous places, and just hope something would happen. I'd have my friends be like, oh, I think my house is haunted.
Hey, I just got your email. Yeah, sure, I can help you out.
So I would go and investigate their house.
Yeah, I'll be this afternoon.
There was one that went horribly wrong.
Ivan arrived at his friend's home, curious to see what he would find.
Thanks for coming over, Ivan.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a seat.
My friend reached out to me because they were having issues and they knew I was interested in the paranormal and they wanted to see if I could figure something out. All I knew was that my friend was experiencing like scratching on the wall and like footsteps. That's all I was told. I went over one day and just to do like an EMF reading, just to see if there was anything that was easily explained away.
EMF, electromagnetic frequencies, are telltale signs of ghostly activity.
Me and my friend did a complete walkthrough of the house. And then we stopped at the bedroom that he had mentioned he felt most of the activity was in.
Cool, I got something here.
There was a high EMF in the closet, which I found fairly strange. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I felt this burning in my back. Ah!
Amateur paranormal enthusiast Ivan Latendras was investigating a friend's house when he was attacked by something unseen.
Like if a cat scratched you type burn. And when my friend checked it, there was a scratch that was bleeding.
Oh man, you got a huge scratch.
Once I realized that I couldn't have done it myself and nothing else could have, it was just, that's when the heaviness came, like something was saying, yeah, you're right, it wasn't you. And then making its presence known. Doors started opening and the cupboards. We got out of there quick.
Come on.
I was nowhere near experienced enough for this.
Ivan escaped his friend's house, but what he didn't realize was that his nightmare had only just begun.
Within the first week of being home after that night, I started hearing unexplainable footsteps. Scratching on the walls and ceiling. Nothing was making sense. I started to think that I was going insane. That's when I realized I had brought something home with me. One night, I was just watching TV, and you could see into the kitchen from the living room. And I just saw this big black shadow just slowly go through the doorway. And it scared the crap out of me. Like, I froze. And then to my left side, about 10 feet away, my good friend appeared. It's someone that had passed away a long while ago. It looked like you could physically touch it, but it was, you could still see through it, kind of, but it looked solid. I was in complete shock. I couldn't look away. And then he said something to me that just made me realize that it wasn't him. He told me that I needed to be like him and be with him.
Be like me. Be like me.
Which he would not have said that ever, because he had killed himself. So I knew that he would not advocate that for anyone.
The shock had grave consequences for Ivan.
I ended up having a heart attack and leading to a triple bypass before I was 34. After I'd come home from the hospital, I started getting more intense, vivid nightmares of the most horrific things you can imagine. And every one of them was unexplainable. I had begun to see more of my friends and my relatives that had passed away, which made things hard because I missed them.
When you're asleep and dreaming, your subconsciousness opens up. In a physical sense, dreams can act as portals. Basically, they're conduits from one dimension to the other. So entities can use that to transfer into the physical form and start affecting you.
It was them, but it wasn't them. I think that's why this thing was using them. It was trying to build up a false sense of security, make me drop my guard.
Evil spirits love to control. And in order to control, they have to confuse. So they're going to manifest into something that is comforting to you and trying to trick you into thinking that it's something that they're not. And they do this to gain control.
The figures started telling me that I should hurt my loved ones. I think it was just to mess with my head and weaken me mentally because it had already weakened me physically.
Ivan's nightmare had left him frightened and confused, but the horror would only increase as the spirits now manifested in real life.
these things would come just to keep me down and weak, so they could feed off me or whatever they were doing to me.
Spirits love control. Evil spirits, demonic spirits, malevolent spirits, they love control. So they often will want to overtake someone and try and convince them to hurt themselves.
The entities that were tormenting me wanted me to hurt and kill my friends so they could have their souls. Once these entities realized that I wasn't going to do that to my friends or my loved ones, they started to turn their attention on getting me to do it to myself.
Do it. Kill yourself.
Ivan Latendresse had been terrorized by dark spirits, telling him he should hurt his loved ones, and now they wanted Ivan to take his own life.
Do it. Kill yourself.
Obviously didn't work, but it messed with my head a lot. I was at a point where I couldn't leave my house. My health was so bad. I wasn't sleeping. I was barely eating. That's when I called Michelle for help. I couldn't do it on my own.
Paranormal investigator Michelle Desrochers arrived to help a desperate and despondent Ivan.
Hi, Michelle.
When I saw Ivan, his energy was low. He didn't have a strong energy because he was tired, he was defeated, and he was weak. When I first went into Ivan's home, I could not believe how heavy it felt. There was definitely a very strong presence there, and it was pretty much in control.
Tell me, when did this all start?
Michelle believed that this evil entity had attached itself to me from my friends and was attacking me and weakening me and eventually was going to kill me.
So what else can you tell me, Ivan? Ivan?
The demonic are notorious shapeshifters, and they can change their voices. I knew that something was shapeshifting and literally mimicking his friends.
So I have a plan, but I am gonna need your help for it, okay?
Okay.
When somebody tells me that they have a spirit in the home that wants them to harm themselves or somebody close to them, that raises huge alarms for me.
Michelle taught me how to make this spray out of sage and cedar oil that would help with the negative energies that were in my house.
It's a liquid smudge. It's a cleansing tool.
You ready?
We went room by room, and I taught Ivan that it is the power behind the words that you use. And it is the power behind your intention.
Leave. Get out. Leave. Get out of here.
So Ivan did that, and it gave him that strength, that inner strength that he needed to be able to go through the process.
Get out of here! Get out!
Kill yourself.
Leave!
The cleanse worked, and the spirits that were terrorizing Ivan vanished.
When Michelle left, she told me to be vigilant. Once the negative energy felt like it was basically done, gone, is when I moved. After I moved out, I felt great. My health started improving, and I moved quite far away, like 2 hours from the city, and the drive was just, I think I smiled the whole way. I hadn't done that in a long time. I learned a lesson, never to mess with the paranormal. Don't even dabble in it unless you're very well trained.